Today's episode features an exclusive interview with comedian Cheech Marin, founding donor and partner of the Cheech Marin Center.
I didn't understand what they were saying at first. You want me to buy a museum?
Tune in to our community roundtable as we discuss the significance of Military Appreciation Month.
I think what the public can do is just recognize the service of our service members. Nothing like saying thank you for your service.
Join Spirit of Innovation co-host, executive producer Diane Strand and director Scott Strand. Scott and Diane are the co-founders of the nonprofit JDS Creative Academy, co-owners of award-winning JDS Video and Media Productions Incorporated, JDS Actors Studio, and the co-authors of the best-selling book, Show Business, Breaking into the Industry as an Actor. Spirit of Innovation, Arts Across America starts now.
Welcome to May's Spirit of Innovation, Arts Across America.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We have a great show lined up for you.
We are the founders of a small nonprofit, but part of a very large art industry.
When we're in our day-to-day lives, sometimes we lose sight of the overall impact that the arts have, not only on our students, but on audiences too. And every time we hold an event, we contribute to our local economy.
Multiply that by the arts organizations locally and nationally, it really starts to add up.
There's no denying that the arts make up an impact on all of our lives. Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America explores what that might look like.
Once every 5 years, Americans for the Arts conducts a study measuring the economic and social impact of the nonprofit arts and culture industry in the United States. The most recent study in 2022 showed the nation's arts and culture sector generating $151.7 billion of economic activity, supporting 2.6 million jobs.
The economy stimulated by the arts and cultural community is 7.7% of California's economy. That's more than agriculture, education, transportation, and construction. It creates this flow of money for our economy, but it also provides jobs. There's over 700,000 jobs that were created.
In Riverside County, the arts generate just over $185 million every year.
The economic development starts at these small events where you have, say, a theater performance and you go to the theater. Chances are you might need a babysitter. Or maybe you need to get a lift because you might have a drink while you're out, so you don't want to drive. And then you might go get dinner, and then you might go get drinks after. Maybe you came from out of town and have to rent a hotel room. So all of that money is continuing to stimulate the economy.
The overall benefits of arts have been known for decades. That's why in 1976, California established an Arts Council to support local arts infrastructure and programming through grants, programs, and services. The Riverside Arts Council is the state's council's local partner.
Our mission is to provide support and develop and sustain the arts in the community. So we're basically going to be the big brother to all the smaller nonprofit arts organizations. We are the organization that organizes the Artists on Main during Riverside Arts Walk. And we're also trying to help, connect everybody so everyone knows that it's not just the vendors on Main Street. It is the galleries and museums that are open late and free of charge. We have a grant through the Riverside Economic Development Agency of Riverside County to coordinate a biannual rotating exhibit, and that's the Artscape exhibit. We have the Riverside Art Music Festival, and we just relaunched the Mayor's Ball for the Arts.
When the arts are incorporated into communities, they provide additional benefits that can't be measured in dollars. But the rewards are priceless. Researchers at the University of Pennsylvania found that the city arts programs led to more civic engagement, higher child welfare, and lower poverty rates. The National Endowment of Arts studies show that art-related activities in healthcare settings benefit both patients and caregivers. The Riverside Arts Council has created art as therapy programs for adults with developmental disabilities, seniors in memory care, and youth in foster care.
Art is therapy. Well, I know a lot of people want to talk about how they don't have an artistic bone in their body. But when you get up and you put clothes on in the morning, you're being artistic, you're being expressive. So all it takes is just trying.
Arts impact studies are important, but essentially demonstrate what many already know. The arts have a big influence on our economy. They are healing. They bring us together, and we cannot exist without them.
We're proud that JDS Creative Academy received a California Arts Council grant. If you're not familiar with the work the art councils do, I encourage you to check them out. We have links to the state and the Riverside Art Councils on spiritofinnovation.org.
April was National Autism Acceptance Month, and we didn't want to miss out on promoting and celebrating inclusivity in our community. We invited a JDS Creative Academy program participant to chat with us about his experience as an individual with autism.
I'm here with Jordan, who is a participant in our video production job training program. He has been with us for nearly 3 years and has just started a paid internship as an editor, which is very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, we're super excited to have you here talking with us, and we're here talking about autism awareness. So what would you say some of the strengths that you have found being autistic?
I would definitely say my biggest strength is that when I have a goal in mind, I am super focused on that goal, whether it's animation, editing, recording, I make sure it gets done.
And a good job you do with that. So what are some of the challenges maybe you have faced and overcome?
Definitely the whole social aspect, like just getting to talk to people that maybe I'm not familiar with.
And how's that working?
It's going pretty good so far. I've got plenty of people to help me out.
Good. Well, I see you growing in that all the time. What is a personal accomplishment that you're most proud of?
Well, last year I started to really push myself to get into animation, and later that year I completed a PSA for sleep deprivation and what you can do about it. Then earlier this year, I submitted that PSA to DigiFest, and it won a Digi Award, which still surprises me.
Well, it was very good and well deserved. National Awareness Months do a great job of bringing our attention to various issues. May is also National Mental Health Awareness Month, and this designation will continue to shed a light on what used to be hidden in the shadows. We spoke with marriage and family therapist Lee Amaris Patton, who shared her expertise with us. Have a look.
Mental health is something that affects us all. By designating a month to mental health awareness, it continues to allow for a more open and honest conversation.
It's important to bring mental health awareness out into the open to talk about it.
Society's perception of mental health has also seen a drastic shift from what it once was.
One of the changes that we have seen in the last 50 years is the science of psychology itself changing and growing from a disease model into a model more based on how do we help people function? How do we help people be happy? There are still a lot of misconceptions out there about mental health. One of the biggest ones that I encounter is that you have to be at absolutely critical non-functionality level in order to need help or for therapy or counseling to be appropriate. It's better to get ahead of a mental health challenge than to wait until it's so bad that you can't function. Mental health is real and people experience it in different ways. Don't assume that because someone looks like they're fine and happy and they're functioning that they're actually okay. If someone says I'm not okay, believe them.
That's some really great information. Mental health is extremely important.
And luckily, these days there are many resources for those who may be struggling. We have them listed on our website.
The National Suicide and Mental Health Crisis Hotline now has a new 3-digit number, 988, to provide easier access. Call if you need immediate help.
May is also National Military Appreciation Month and the focus of this month's Community Roundtable. Joining us is Raven Hilden, founder and CEO of the nonprofit Milvet, and Eric Faulkner, the chair of the City of Temecula's Race, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Commission. He's also a U.S. Navy veteran and currently running for Temecula City Council in District 2. Have a look. Welcome back to the Community Roundtable. We're super excited for May. It's Military Appreciation Month, and I have Raven and Eric here with me. And I just want to kind of get the conversation rolling a little bit. And as a Navy veteran, tell us the significance of Military Appreciation Month.
There's an opportunity to just recognize our military service members, the service they gave to the country and the impact they have on our community. So it's important that we do that every year to let them know that we appreciate their service and the sacrifices they make.
Nice, I like that. So why do you think it's important that we observe the National Military Appreciation Month?
One, to make sure that we are honoring those that served, and also to get these conversations going so that we can identify the needs in our community and how to best get folks involved.
Yeah, how do you feel the public can best support our active duty members of the military?
I think what the public can do is just recognize the service of our service members. Nothing like saying thank you for your service. And then again, providing opportunities. I know we have nonprofits out here and other organizations that can provide opportunities to support veterans, military personnel, and their families.
Yeah, there are many ways to support our active duty military, whether that's getting involved with a nonprofit, getting involved with a nonprofit such as MilVet that sends military care packages. They can write a letter, you can donate items, or just come together with the community to pack a box for our deployed service members.
What are some things like when you get into like some of the healthcare issues?
So understand the intricacies around the medical support for them as well. So as we work through veterans transitioning out of the military or active duty, one of the things is making sure they're connected to mental health. I think that's a real area where we can actually really focus in and make sure the services that they're needed to transition and actually work through some of the concerns that they've had or their active duty as they transition.
Yes, for sure, and that is an issue in our community. MilVet is a host location for Senator Ciarto's Veteran Advisory Committee, and we bring together local organizations, the VA, Congress, the Assembly, Senate, the vet centers, the County of Riverside, to come together to discuss those issues pertaining to our local veterans here. And we are now a location for a County Riverside Services officer to help our veterans better learn of the services that are available to them.
Oh, great. What tips would you give some veterans who are just in this transition phase?
Well, one of the things I would say to veterans transition is make sure you build a network. And how do you do that is connect with other veterans who've already did the transition. Making sure you're connected not only with your VA benefits, but also connected in the community to try to make sure you stay resilient, right? When you're active duty, there's a lot of things going on. We have to take care of not only sailors, Marines, any service member, and their families when you're in. So transition out, when you lose that, there's a huge void to fill. I found myself in that space as well when I transitioned out. I did it for 27 years. And that was straight out of high school going into the military, so I knew nothing else outside of that.
Well, this has been very informative, and I want to thank you both for being here on the Community Roundtable, and thank you very much for your service and your husband's service. And so with that, let's appreciate everyone as we roll through this month of May. We have Memorial Day coming up, and we wish you all a great holiday, but thank someone who has served for our country and served for us. So we'll see you next time on the Roundtable.
What a great conversation with both Eric and Raven about Military Appreciation Month.
It really was. And what you saw were the edited highlights. Check our website next week for the full conversation.
And up next, the Riverside Art Museum has been a staple attraction for decades.
The Cheech Marin Center for Chicano Art and Culture started as a one-time exhibit at the Riverside Art Museum.
And now it has just opened across the street from the Art Museum and is simply known as the Cheech.
Named after the founding donor and comedian Cheech Marin, the Cheech aims to shine a bright light on Chicano art. Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America was treated to an insider tour of the Cheech Center. And I got a special one-on-one chat with Cheech. Let's have a look. Cheech Marin, widely known for making up one half of the comedy duo Cheech and Chong, has been an avid collector of Chicano art for decades. Your art collection is very renowned. What motivated you to amass such a significant collection of Chicano art?
I'm a collector at heart. I've been collecting something all my life, whether it's baseball cards or marbles or checkers or matchbook covers, you know, and I started learning about art at a very young age. And that's when I discovered these Chicano painters.
So why don't we talk a little bit about your relationship with the Riverside Art Museum and what made you want to put your work there, and how did that relationship start?
I had done a show there with part of the collection. I think it was Works on Paper, and we played it at the Riverside Art Museum, and it was a huge show for them. It was the biggest attended show they'd ever had there. And they had a building that they had to repurpose. It was the town library. The town manager, John Russo, got this brilliant idea that they would offer me the building for the collection. And it was like flabbergasting, you know, because, you know, usually it's a collector kind of going around begging to, you know, put his work somewhere. And I didn't understand what they were saying at first. You know, I thought, you want me to buy a museum? No, we want to give you the museum for the collection. You will give us this collection, we'll house it there, and it will be the only thing in the museum. It was a godsend, I think.
The Cheech Marin Center for Chicano Art and Culture opened next to the Riverside Art Museum in 2022. It was immediately popular and brought in 130,000 visitors in just the last year.
This center is the only center of its kind, and it is addressing a long-standing lack of representation from Chicano OAX artists in museums.
Exhibits at the Cheech Center are consistently changing. Guest curators work closely with the museum's artistic director to ensure that there is always something new to see.
Visitors can always find something featuring Cheech's collection, the gift that was given to the center, and you can also see rotating exhibitions about different movements, different artists, different time periods. The curatorial profession is one that brings experts in contemporary art, art history. In the case of the Cheech, also Chicano studies, and so they bring their expertise and partner with artists and, like I said, guest curators to make sure that these exhibitions are contributing to the American art canon.
The Cheech Center's impact reaches far beyond the showcasing art. It's helping bring together communities that felt underrepresented and underserved.
People get to see themselves represented in the ways that we show or the exhibits that we decide on showing. Everyone can find something to relate to, regardless or not if they're Chicanx, or even just like never having been to a museum before.
As the Cheech Center continues to draw in large numbers of attendees, Marin hopes that the impact of Chicano art will continue to be felt far into the future.
That was such a fun segment to work on, and it was my first time at the Cheech.
Mine too, and I really enjoyed meeting Cheech and had a great chat with him. We have a longer version of our conversation on the website.
The cool thing is there's free admission every first Sunday of the month from May to October from 1 o'clock to 5.
There's also free admission the first Thursday evening of the month as part of the Riverside Art Walk.
Up next, we have SOI team members Tyler Perrone and Brian Wong with Good to Know community information. Check it out.
Here are Good to Know community happenings in May. Are you looking for a quick and easy way to make a difference in Riverside County? Flashboat has a time-saving solution that Riverside County residents can use to influence change. Flashboat's 1-minute surveys help gather resident input to shape decisions on programs, policies, and budgets. The survey results are anonymous, and you can participate through phone or text as well. Flash surveys are available now, so you can get involved anytime.
If you're a veteran interested in starting your own business, but not sure where to start, the Riverside County Veteran Business Resources Now program is here to help. The program's mission is to support the brave men and women who have served our country by providing access to permit assistance, hiring and training tips, financial resources, and more. They are dedicated to making veterans' entrepreneurial dreams come true. That's all for this Good to Know. You can find out more information on our website, spiritofinnovation.org. Back to you, Diane and Scott.
Great work, Tyler and Brian, putting that segment together.
Our arts theme for the month goes with our rebranding vibe, Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America, because we want to lean even more into the arts.
We have a story where the arts are the fundamental vehicle in building self-expression and creativity.
Educators know that students thrive when they're exposed to the arts. Even when budgets are tight, school districts are finding innovative ways to incorporate the arts into their curriculum. Here's more.
In an effort to expose students to unique activities that both empower and enrich, Lake Elsinore Unified School District puts arts at the forefront.
We have been very involved in incorporating the arts with all our ELOP funding, which is Expanded Learning Opportunities Program, funding that comes down from the state and requires us to do an additional 30 days of enrichment activities with the students. We've done everything from STEAM to performing arts. Our goal is to basically engage the students in different activities they wouldn't normally get to experience during the regular school day.
These novel arts programs aim to instruct kids on many levels during a spring break intersession. Railroad Canyon Elementary students received a condensed history on flamenco dance. Through the performance of dances and stances, they learned about the art form's origin as a symbol of protest.
Our school specifically really enjoys performances that are very culturally aware. So when we have opportunities to bring the culture to our school so that they don't only get exposed to the language but also the culture, it really brings that extra something special that we want for our kiddos here.
Programs like flamenco dance also teach techniques to help students deal with their emotions.
By just singing, by just moving your hands to the music or moving your feet to the music, you can pass through that sadness, that lament, that anger. And so this is where that confidence really comes in. And that's very much like this posture that we work on, that confident posture. And just by taking on the posture, oh, the kids change. Like I see it happen just sort of across the audience. And it changes also, you see it in their faces. It comes up into their faces, into their eyes, and it's a beautiful thing to see.
My favorite part was that we got to do the bullfighters, and me and one of my friends got to stand on the step, and we got to be the leaders.
These creative, innovative programs open the doors to appreciate the arts in many ways. One more reason why arts education in schools is essential.
In this month's Food Corner, team member Aaron Porsche shows you how you can enjoy delicious pre-made meals guilt-free.
Welcome to Food Corner. I'm Aaron Porsche, and we're here at Guiltless Food Co in Temecula. This place is a bit different than our usual food corner. Rather than a restaurant, it is a meal prepping and delivery service company. I've heard many great things about their delicious, healthy food, and I really look forward to checking it out. I'm here with the owner of Guiltless, Tyler Kolesiak. What inspired you to start this food service company?
I grew up as an athlete in motocross, so I just had a passion to pursue that. I started doing nutrition consulting for athletes. That's originally how it started, but then I didn't want it to just end there. Well, what I wanted to do is create an experience for consumers where they could actually get easy, convenient meals that are healthy for them without sacrificing any of the flavor.
Can you also tell us more about the business and how it all works?
Of course. So one option is to go onto our website and you can order meal packages on there that we could deliver at home to your home address. We also have other partnered pickup locations that are free to pick up from if they're near your house. We also can do in-store pickup, and you can pick up grab-and-goes here.
Guiltless Food Company makes 2,500 meals a week, sourcing local ingredients to create 3 healthy different meal plans for their customers. I wonder if Tyler has any favorites on the menu.
So I would say hands down it would be the Thai turkey bowl. The chicken pad Thai is everyone's favorite. The sauce is amazing and it's just over the top. The seasonal roasted chicken, which is a chicken thigh with gravy, couscous, and butternut squash on the top.
There are so many choices. First, I decided to try the sushi bowl. I got shrimp in here along with cucumbers, rice, and cabbages and carrots. It's got edamame and it's got green onions in there too. I love the spiciness to this very much. Next up is the Italian ground turkey. Ooh. This looks so amazing. Look at all these vegetables in there, and got marinara sauce and some peppers. It's such a great combination.
I really enjoy like the seasoning and so many of the fresh vegetables and how soft they are.
Be sure to check out Guiltless Food Co. for their lean meal options and tell them that you saw them on Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America. If you have any restaurant recommendations, send us an email to spiritofinnovation@jdscreativeacademy.org. Now back to you in the studio.
That was a very fun and different type of food corner. Great job, Aaron, putting that segment together.
Corina's Corner is next, and Corina is our entertainment music specialist. Take it away.
Welcome to this month's Corina's Corner. Here are some fun events happening Memorial Day weekend. Come on down to the Old Town Temecula Community Theater on Saturday, May 25th at 7:30 p.m. for a free Tribute to Heroes concert. Listen to patriotic music performed by the Temecula Valley Symphony. It's a nice way to honor those who have served. Enjoy some live country music with American Idol winner Chase Beckham. He headlines the West Coast Thunder Memorial Day concert at Diamond Stadium in Lake Elsinore on May 27th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can also catch Chase on the road with Luke Bryan on his Mind of a Country Boy summer tour. What a great way to spend Memorial Day weekend. Back to you, Scott and Diane.
Excellent job as always, Corina, and we appreciate all your hard work in creating these segments.
JDS Creative Academy Musical Theaters class presents Wizard of Oz this weekend, May 18th and 19th.
Then we will roll into our creative summer camp. It's called Improv Script to Stage. This is our 10th year putting on this camp, and it's amazing what they do. In just 2 weeks, sets, props, costumes, storytelling, acting, it's everything.
Sign up now. There are only 20 spots available. The fun starts June 17th and goes through June 28th from 10 to 4, Monday through Friday.
Have a look at this video created by our new intern from the training program, Jordan Wood. Really nice job, Jordan. Go to jdscreativeacademy.org for more information and to enroll.
That's it for today's show. Thank you for joining us. Don't miss our next episode of Spirit of Innovation Arts Across America, dropping at the end of June. Follow us on social media so you don't miss the date.
And check out our spiritofinnovation.org website for our current episodes, past episodes, and the individual segments.
Find Spirit of Innovation on Rivco TV, Menifee, Murrieta, and Temecula local stations, YouTube, Facebook, and streaming on 150 platforms nationwide through Binge Network.
Use the hashtag JDSFamily to keep up with everything happening here at JDS Studio and in Riverside County.
Our SOI training crew has relaunched their SOI Update TV show with a new focus and new title, now called SOI Stories.
You can also catch them co-hosting our podcast, SOI Talk.
And on radio station 102.5 The Vine, 7 days a week with the JDS Community Spotlight.
Till next time,
SOI out.